Track wrestling here. We are at Augsburg University. Head wrestling coach of Augsburg, Jim Moulsoff, and you are holding the most recent NCAA Division III championship. You won it in 2019. You have 13 of those. How hard was it to get this one?
I guess they're all have their challenges. This one in probably the best team effort, I would say, that we had with 7 All-Americans and out of the 9 qualifiers and 4 champions. So probably the most dominant one that we've had in years.
You won by 64 points. When you go into a tournament, could you ever envision winning by that much?
No. Team effort-wise, I thought it was impressive, especially after the tone was set after that first morning. We went 10-0 that first morning, and you could tell that the guys had their goal set and they were determined to achieve it.
We're in your offices right now. Take us through right here. You have a nice mural of some of your great champions. Looks like Marcus Levesser is over here.
We got Marcus Levesser here. Jamel Tidwell in the top corner up there. Matt Shanky right here. Joe Moon, 3-time All-American, 2-time national champ. Brad Tuba here, and that was at the Battle of the Bergs duel here in Augsburg after his big win over, I believe it was Jamesi. So, pretty exciting win there.
And then as we walk through here, you have quick access to your wrestling facility. We're going to walk out the office doors, and then right around the corner is the hardware that Augsburg is known for. Here's the Jeff Swenson Wrestling Wall of Fame. Of course, Jeff was the coach that was the architect behind this championship run. He won 10 championships, now the athletic director. But tons of hardware here, national duels, 13 championships. This is what it's all about right here.
Yeah, obviously Jeff Swenson Wall of Fame here, in all that entails in the work that he's done over the years with all the national trophies since 1989, I believe, goes back to. But again, I believe out of the 25 top 4 finishes, I believe it's out of the 30. 25 top 2 finishes in the last 30 years, with 13 first place finishes and 12 runner-up finishes. A lot has to do with, like you said, the guy that started the program, Jeff Swenson.
Do you get a lot of fans coming by looking at this, taking it in?
Yeah, I think it's a little overwhelming at times, because I think that they when they see it, they think that it's it must not be that hard. Look how many you have. Kind of overwhelming in that aspect.
And then we're going to take a swing around here. We're going to look at the wrestling room. This is the Allen and Gloria Rice Wrestling Center, world-class wrestling facility. Before we step in, take us through what this gets used for other than Augsburg wrestling practices.
Yeah, so this room is used extensively, especially in the spring and in the summer. Allen made a big contribution to this this wrestling room with the naming rights with the agreement with the university that it'd be a regional training site for all the kids in the state of Minnesota. So on Sundays, we host women freestyle practices, and at 12:30, and then at 4 o'clock we host schoolboy age group freestyle and Greco practice. On Mondays is cadet and junior freestyle practices, and then on Wednesdays is cadet and junior Greco practices. So it's a very, very busy place in the summertime. And then we host obviously the Minnesota national team training camp for Fargo also here. And
then you said before the Minnesota room got revamped, you said Oklahoma State used to come over here and use the room.
Yeah, there's when Oklahoma State comes up here, they in the past they've had used the room to get their workout in before they go over and wrestle the Gophers. So that's kind of cool that obviously other teams. Iowa's been in there at one time when National Duels was over at the University of Minnesota. John Smith asked if they could use the room at 11, so we said yeah, and then they show up, and then another bus shows up, and I started watching who's getting off that bus, and everybody on that bus was in gold and black. So I ran down Swenson and I said, "Hey, Tom Brands call you?" He goes, "Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, they're practicing today at 11. So we had both those guys in there at the same time. It's unique in the sense of a little intensity in there.
We get to see how beautiful this is. Let's take a walk into the Augsburg Wrestling Room. I'll let you go first there. And as you can swing around here, you see Augsburg College national champions, and then you have all the banners up top. And as you swing around, this is a massive room, 4 full mats. You see the 3 along here, and then there's 1 on the side here that would equate to 4 full mats. This is a big time room.
Yeah, 7,000 square feet of mat space. We're very, very blessed to have a facility like this, you know, and again, you know, provides a lot of things, and really a testament to the alumni and the administration and their support of the wrestling program and everything that goes along with being successful.
It's always fun to recognize your champions. It looks like you have All-Americans on the wall up here, just caked. It shows you the legacy. We saw all the championship runs, but these are the individuals that made it happen, so you have this great wall of fame here.
Yeah, you know, we always like to point out, you know, we showed you the Jeff Swenson wall of fame. This is Coach Swenson back in his heyday with All-American national champion, you know, offensive stance there.
You don't see that stance as much anymore, do you?
No, not so much. You know, and I think it's really unique here is this is Steve Gliva. This is Victor Gliva, our 125-pounder's dad, who was a 5-time All-American national champion here back when you could qualify, when the transition from the NCAA over to Division III was going on. So kind of unique in that sense that we're getting into second generation here now.
And then on the walls here, 1% improvement. Explain that concept.
You know, that's been a trademark of Augsburg Wrestling for many, many years, you know, brought in by Jeff Swenson, you know, talking about the things that you can control and improving 1% a day, no matter if it's academics, wrestling, or socially, how are you becoming better? And we always believe that, you know, you can improve, and if you believe in 1% improvement daily, that all just adds up to setting yourself up for success. So, in the pursuit of excellence, which is on the other end of the wall here, if you pan over there later.
Pursuit of excellence over here. And all of the, as we said, the banners, and you have different quotes up on the walls as well.
Yeah. Pretty busy room, you know.
Do the guys respond to the quotes? Do they check into that? Does that resonate?
It's always interesting, usually afterwards, you know, you never realize that they are paying attention to them or reading them. When they usually get done with their career, they always come up and they'll point to which one was their favorite. You know, Pat Marcy, who was our first national champion up here, he was on the 1976 Olympic Greco team, stopped in last week. And he talked about his favorite quote, which is over there. It says, "We all feel pain. We either feel the pain of dedication or the pain of regret." And he commented on that, and I thought that was pretty cool. That's one that stuck out in his mind.
Final piece here. We're going to take a walk down. We're going to stop here. We're going to go down to the locker rooms and check those out.
Let's go.
Final piece of the tour, Augsburg Wrestling locker rooms. Nice locker room space here. You said it's dedicated to the wrestling program, which has to be nice for you.
Yeah, you know, this is our locker room all year round, 12 months of the year, and each athlete gets their own locker in their locker room space, which is kind of nice. You know, we got 42 lockers here, and each, you know, like I said, each guy has it. It's ours, right? And it's like place for the guys to gather and hang out and obviously clean up, you know.
And then Augsburg philosophy, or take us through these 2 philosophies of Augsburg Wrestling. You
know, we always talk a lot about time management, especially with our freshmen, and what it takes to be successful academically and athletically. We talk about the time management for national champions. You know, we talk about getting the proper amount of sleep. You know, what are you going to do? Are you going to eat academic 6 hours a day? training 3.5 hours, personal time obviously, and adds up to a full day. And at that time, as long as you're planning for it right, you're not wasting time and using your time effectively so that you can, achieve your full capabilities, I guess,
And then the Augsburg wrestling team values.
Yeah, we talk about our foundations, which we call the Augsburg wrestling team values. First priority while you're here is faith and family. Second is academics. Third is social behavior. And the last priority while you're here, your foundations and your development as a young man is wrestling. And our behavior or social behavior policies. Again, the Augsburg wrestling rules: do what is right and do your best. If you believe in yourself and what you're doing and in the values of the team, it's pretty simple to remember. And obviously, sometimes you can just check yourself without any too much philosophical stuff going on.
Augsburg, as we mentioned, has 13 NCAA Division III championships. What does it take to win a championship?
Wow, it takes a team effort, right? I'm talking not just the guys that are in the singlets, but great coaching staff, great support from administration in the university, faculty. It's a complete team effort in order for the guys to achieve their goals, and that accumulates to a national championship.
Thanks for this tour, Jim. We appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Kyle, for all you do.